Welcome, Panther fans, to the 2026 flag football season. This is your host, Coach Miguel Medeiros, along with Coach John Thayer as color today. Coach, welcome to the game. Nice little trip down the ridge here to the Wave Yard, Calvin Short Field. We just talked about Coach Calvin Short. I played for him back in the late 80s, and you got to meet him and know him as a principal for Portland, Tennessee. But, today we bring you the Lady Panthers versus the Lady Green Wave. Our first broadcast of the season for the flag football team. We got two more that we got going on. One's next week at home, and the last home game we'll also broadcast that one. But a little bit about this upcoming season. Right now, our Lady Panthers are 0-1. The game versus Westmoreland did not count, even though it showed that it was supposed to be a regular season game, because it played, I think, a couple of days before the season actually started. And so they counted that as a scrimmage. So right now we are 0-1, along with Gallatin, who was 0-1. We lost to Liberty Creek last week, 40-6 or something like that. Talked with Coach Emmett a little bit this week, asking him, some stuff that, about, it's his first year as a coach, along with Coach West and Coach Moore. Their first year coaching flag football. Last year, Coach Tucker tried to do the football along with softball, and then she had a lot of other people who joined in to help, and it was just too much. So just some questions that I asked coaches, all three coaches, as in who's been a surprise so far this year, and they had to say that it was Bethany Pike, due to the fact of her ability to run, throw, and play defense. Another athlete that they talked about was Amelia Birdwell, and it was because of her aggressive defensive play going after the flag. Some other things that was going on is, I asked them what was the biggest difference between coaching tackle football and flag football. And they said they had to slow down the teaching. They had to make sure that these players understood terminology. You get so used to coaching something, and you can say, hey, just run me out, or, give me a stop and go type of thing. And the terminology, hey, give me, make sure you get to the outside and look inside. And, you got terminology that is used all the time, and you get used to doing it. And then all of a sudden you get somebody who comes in and doesn't know that terminology. You have to stop and slow down and go, okay, let's go back and recognize all this.
Right. And a lot of these young ladies, and I'm not talking down about it, but we don't have youth flag football. Right, this is a new sport. Some places you do, like out in California and that kind of stuff. They've already started it for the younger kids, the kids in elementary school and that kind of stuff. So a lot of these girls, they've never played flag football. They don't know what outs are. They don't know a lot of little terminology like that. It's almost the same thing as when you start, your Pee Wee football for the boys' league. They're just a little behind just because they don't do it.
Right. It's just like positions. Hey, go play wideout for me. Go play fullback for me. Go play strong safety or free safety
right.
for me.
If you've never played football before, you don't know what that is. So you got to really simplify it and start at the lowest denominator, which says a lot about their terminology and their coach.
Something that Coach Moore had told me was that some of the things that they had to understand and deal with was a lot of these girls, the sports that they do play, basketball, soccer, they don't make linear cuts, as in you don't sit there and go, hey, give me a 9-yard out, and that means you go to the 9 yards and then you cut straight 90. They're used to rounding things off because of stuff that they play. Again, it's just another way of what they've used to doing to what they have to do now. Backpedaling, how to backpedal, how to come off their back foot and then start again. A lot of that is stuff that you don't learn. Right now we got the coin toss. It looks like Gallatin has won the toss.
Today's captains for Gallatin.
And we're trying to see what they're going to decide.
Our captains, Adriana Blackmore, Katie Cornett, and Sadie Clifton, if I can see their numbers from here correctly.
Looks like Portland is going to receive the opening kickoff. And so let's go into some of the rules that are a little bit different than normal football here. You got a 7-on-7 format. You can play with 5 if you have to, but 7-on-7 is your normal. You've got either 4 10-minute quarters, or you got 2 20-minute quarters, or 20-minute halves. It depends on what you want to do. There is no kickoffs. You start at the 20, but there is punting this year. Of course, there's no tackling, diving, or traditional blocking. Only screen blocking. Players have to have their hands behind their back or on their chest when they do block. Some other things is that play starts with a center snap, and you can either be between your legs or you can be on the side and snap it, sideways that way. Only one handoff per play, no laterals, no pitches after the first handoff. And so, that's just some of the things that you'll start seeing if you come out and watch these girls play. Defensive players can stand anywhere on the field unless you're going to rush. And you can have one rusher, and you have to be at 5 yards. And I think you have to raise your hand if you're going to rush. So we start the offensive series, looks like a 2-by-2 set with a tight end / fullback is what she's called. Oh.
So we have too many players on the field?
We got 6. So I don't know what.
We're having a substitution for something.
I think her belt wasn't ready. So they're bringing in a new fullback because of equipment failure. So the first snap of the game, snapped. It looks like number 12 is your quarterback. And she kept it on a quarterback keep. That's going to be Bethany Pike, who's your starting quarterback right now. Asking with the coaches, they said either Pike or Michaela Thornton will be your quarterbacks. It was like Pike started this game here.
Yeah, that time we just didn't get any separation. All the girl that was playing line for Gallatin, basically, I'm going to say tackled her, which is the same thing as grabbing her flag. Didn't have to go for her to get it. Can you
Pike.
stiff arm?
No, you can't stiff arm.
Darn.
Oh, there she goes. That's a
run.
Nice little, about 15-yard gain.
Pike and her whole belt came off.
Yeah. Pike came, rolled back and rolled to the right, reversed out and came out to the near sidelines there. And she doesn't look like she was running fast, but they couldn't catch her. And she did a couple spins there, and she was able to pick up about 15 yards. It's going to make it 3rd down, I believe. And I think, first down. Okay.
It was a nice run by her for sure. She spun out of trouble.
Okay, I see you start on the X, which is the 10, 15-yard line, and then you get a first down when you cross the 20 yards. So, again, Pike right there tries the quarterback sneak up the middle, and she's taken down for about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Gallatin kind of loaded it up a little bit in the box, knowing until you pass on me, we think you're going to run, and they got to her really quick. I think it's probably a yard loss or 2.
So you have an automatic rusher. She's real close to the box. I thought it says that you have to be 5 yards back.
She's not
to
5
rush.
yards
She's
back.
No, she's definitely not. And that's coming from the TSSAA handbook. There's a pitch. They're going to say that they got Pike's belt before she pitched it. So there's a question I have. I thought you're supposed to be 5 yards back before you can rush, and the girl that's rushing for Gallatin is right on the line.
Yeah, she's maybe a yard off, a yard and a half max, it looks like.
So we have about 15, 16 and a half yards to go for a first down. It's 3rd down. You have to go 20 yards. Actually, when you first start the possession, you're going to start, like I said, on the 14. You got to get to the 20 there. And so you only got to go 6 yards, and then you got to go 20 to get to the mid-stripe. Pike rolls out to the right, throws down the middle. It is dropped by Gallatin, almost interception. She threw, looks like a little end pattern there.
Yeah, they had 3 defenders there.
Yeah.
So we were lucky they didn't get the pick if we can punt. Good.
So this is 4th down. So last year you could say we can punt, and they'd mark it off. This year we get to punt. And if this is a punt and they got an automatic rusher, we're going to have it blocked. Okay. I was going to say, everybody stood there and she rushed.
Right.
So there's no way you can rush. There's no way you can rush and not block on a punt like that.
I would hope. And that's got to be kind of frustrating for the officials too at times, trying to just police all of it early on. As the year progresses, at the end of the season, they're not going to do half of what they got to do now. But here, they're not only refereeing the game, they're policing what everybody's doing to make sure they're doing it within the rules.
So the punt goes about 30 yards. And it's dead, even though she touched it and let it bounce. It's dead right there where it ends. It's going to start about the 23, 24-yard line. That was a nice punt right there. I was talking to Khalid today about the punting, and he said, let's figure out what's going to happen there. I didn't see who punted. Matter of fact, I can if she can turn around real quick. I can tell you who punted. It'd be number 10 there. Sadie Clifton is the one that punted. She did a great job right there punting. So they come out, Gallatin comes out in a 2-by-2 set with the running back in the backfield. We're showing 2 inside linebackers up the line of scrimmage showing rush. And we rush in 2. And it's thrown right to the center. And she goes down. But it is about a 10-yard gain.
So falling on the ground counts as a flag grab.
Yes.
Adriana Dunn.
So we rushed 2. We rushed Clifton and we rushed Thornton there. But what Thornton did was she went straight to the running back to sit there and say, I've got her man-to-man. Our normal coverage is a cover 3. So you'll see the 2 corners drop back. And that's going to open up she goes down the sidelines. Nice play right there. By number 0 there, Leela Key.
Yeah, it was a touchdown saving play.
Yeah. We missed the tackle. So in the cover 3, you're going to leave the outs, the short outs and the short ends open. So as the corner drops off, they're running a person deep and then bringing somebody on about a little 3-4 yard out. And that's what they just hit right there. So we're going to either have to bring our corners up, play a different coverage there, or play man-to-man. 2-by-2 set, rolls out to the left, quarterback keep. Great job right there by number 33, Isabella Woods, playing.
Yeah, she closed fast.
Yeah.
I'm not telling them what to do, but the way she came up there, maybe rushing her. She was quick, dude.
Yeah.
And if that quarterback ain't got time to get away and throw.
And great hand-eye coordination to be able to grab the flag, yeah.
Picked it.
So they come back up, 2-by-2 set, running back in the backfield. We're looking at a 2-2-3 look right there. Defensively, it's a handoff to the right. It's a sweep. She gets around the corner. No one's going to touch her, and it's in for a touchdown. So that goes down.
We need Curtis.
That's touchdown for Gallatin. That's going to be about a 24-yard gain right there. Just a sweep around the edge. Looks like about 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go. I guess we're playing 10-minute quarters there. But we just couldn't get outside. She outgassed us there to the outside, and she was able to get around to the edge. Gallatin comes back up in a 2-by-2 set. Motion, inside, running back.
It was a busted play, and she just quit like dadgummit, and her coach is screaming, just keep running.
She went into motion. I know we should go into commercial, but we're going to wait. She went into commercial. She went into motion. And they snapped it as she got right to the quarterback. And she actually took the snap, and she stopped, was going to give it to the quarterback and everything. And it was like you said, everybody was a busted play. And what did everybody do? They just stopped going, oh, what happened? And then she took off again. But we was able to tackle her about the 1 yard line, and so the failed attempt was no good. On the attempts, you have 1 point to go from the 3 yard line, or you can go 2 points from the 10 yard line. So 6-0, you just score. 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the first quarter here. Thornton goes in motion. It's a handoff. No, that's Woods. You asked for it, Coach. You got Woods on a jet sweep right there.
Yeah, we need to feed her more. She, to me, looked impressively quick.
Yeah. She definitely has speed right there. You just got to be able to get to the outside. We got to see what Gallatin's doing. Are they running a zone there to where if somebody's going deep, they're not going with her, or she's running man? And she's going with a fake.
Yeah, the big thing is if we don't throw the ball, it's going to be tough to do much, I think.
There's Pike, quarterback sneak around right.
That was
she
a nice
spins.
move.
Nobody's got her yet. Nice run right there. That's going to be a gain of about 14 yards right there. That's going to make it third down. Or no, she got the first down because she went over the green mark right there.
Yeah, it was a nice run. She
Very
did a
nice
spin
run.
move. What throws you on this is the belts come off, and like Portland's belts are yellow. So your brain sees yellow on the ground, and you want to say flag on the, and it's not the flag. In intramural back in the 70s, the belts didn't come off that easy. They pretty much had to kill you to get the whole belt off.
First down and 15. Pike rolls out to her left, goes back to the right, throws it to Woods. Woods drops the pass. She had a defender on her, but I like the decision there. Woods is all by herself over there. I tell you what I'd like to see. I would like to maybe see the 2 outside receivers go on a go, maybe put somebody in the flats to bring up the inside linebacker, and then take Woods and run her inside slot, run her on the in route about 8 to 10 yards deep. That's going to get your safeties out of there, bring your linebackers up because of the flats, and she should be open right over the middle.
The good thing there, too, the quarterback spun out of trouble and did a really good job. So drop ball is dead, right?
Yep.
Apparently.
Whenever the ball hits the ground, it's dead. And that's where Pike dropped the snap right there. So it's going to be 3rd down. And it looks like it's going to be 15, 16 yards. 3rd down and 16 is you're down in distance. We're still in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Your Panthers were down 6-0. We got to back up. There you go. Rolls to the right. She's got a deep
It's a
player.
nice throw.
Oh, that's intercepted. Tackle right there by number 7, Maya Petty. They went for it deep right there. They was looking for Woods right there going deep. But to me, you had Woods and Petty there and too close together. The spacing wasn't right.
And they were playing the deep ball right there,
Yeah.
so there wouldn't. But it was a nice throw. It just wasn't in a good spot.
What I did see was I saw number 5 out there, and that's Kava Bradley. And I know it was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, that she went down with an ankle injury down there in Tullahoma. So it's good to see her out there being able to run without a limp and everything. So possession goes to Gallatin. It's a fake handoff roll out to the right.
Oh.
It's a pass. We try to undercut it. We missed it. And it's a tackle saving, flag pulling, touchdown saving by number 12, Pike. Pike tried to undercut that pass. Gallatin player caught it on her fingertips and went about, that's every bit of 60 yards right there. Looks like it's down on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Nice pass, nice catch.
I'd call it a lucky catch, but, you tell her she was surprised she had it in her hands. So Gallatin's 1st down and goal, handoff, sweep. Tries to take it up the middle. No one gets her. It's a touchdown. Makes it 12-0 Gallatin. With 50 seconds to go. The clock does not stop.
Which is hard because you look up at one moment, and it's a minute 25, then you go to start writing. So we'll say 50 seconds left.
2-by-2, running back in the backfield. Motion. Same play right there they ran earlier. What we have to understand, we've got, looks like number Janae Garrett playing in there. She's rushing in. She's going after the quarterback, and then the running back's passing her by, and she can't sit there and stop and redirect. As she starts to take off toward the quarterback and say going to her right, just like now, she has to look and she sees anybody coming back her way. She has to stop and make sure that she's ready to redirect herself that way. And that play right there will end. And it's just almost like a misdirection there. You can't go for the quarterback the entire time. You've got to be looking and see what's coming back. So Gallatin, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score, 12-0 Gallatin over your Lady Panthers. We'll be back. You're listening to Portland Sports Network.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans. In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Panther fans. We're starting the second quarter as your Lady Panthers are down 12-0 to Gallatin. Snap is to Pike. Pike's looking deep. Oh, jump ball. And we had Thornton down there. She had 2 people open her, actually. She had number 13, Caroline Cole, and she had Thornton streaking down on goes. That time right there, she put too much air underneath it, and everybody had to wait for it. And then Pike went up, or not Pike, Thornton went up and could not sit there and come down with the ball. Makes it 2nd down and 6 to go. We got a 2-by-2 set with a running back right next to the center. Snap, quarterback keep. She gets around the edge, cuts it upfield, and she gets a first down for the gain of about 10 yards right there. Nice little run. I can see why the coaches are saying that she's fast and the ability to run, you know. So great job right there by Pike.
And I like the flag bouts. It's a safety thing where if you get anything, it's coming off. So it keeps them from tying the flag like we used to do in the intramural days, couple times around and that kind of stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
on purpose, uniform adjustments. So the whole thing's coming off.
There's snap. Pike rolls out again. This time, again, she tries to throw it. And here's what, she was trying to go. Actually, Pike was out for a pass. That was Thornton as the quarterback. From what I'm seeing so far, what we have to do as receivers is we can't wait for the ball to get to us. You have to go get the ball. Like that time right there, she saw that the ball was overthrown, and she just kind of looked at the defender,
Yeah,
You have to now you have to become the defender and either go get the ball or go knock it out of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, it's just small little things that you have to learn as you go. And so it looks like Thornton is now your quarterback again.
She looks like she's got arm enough. A couple swing passes might be a nice thing.
Rolls to the right. It's going to be a quarterback keep. And we got a flag.
Yeah, an illegal block.
It's going to be an illegal block, so it's going to be 5 yards. Most flags are 5 yards. The notes that we have for the flags is that most penalties are 5 yards except for personal or for pass interference. That's going to be 10. And then the unsportsmanlike conduct would be 15, and the player could be ejected if she got that. So it's just going to be a 5-yard penalty right there. And what it is the player for Portland did not sit there and either was holding
they called
or legal block.
Same difference.
It's 5 yards. It's all 5 yards. So they're going to take the penalty, and they're going to sit there and keep it as second down, add 5 yards to it. So now it's going to be second down and about 20. So, the difference there would be, do you want the down or you want the yardage? And so Gallatin took the yardage. So we come back up 2 by 2 with the running back to the side of the center. It looks like Pike is back at, no, that's Thornton. And she goes up the middle, and she's gained 15.
Oh, that was a really nice run.
She was at 15. And the thing is, as you go up the middle, she had 3 people from Gallatin, grab for that flag. And that's what the coaches are saying. It's so much harder than you think to have eye-hand coordination to grab that flag and be able to grab it.
Especially if you got some good hip movement.
Yep.
I don't do a lot of flag football, but I would bet they have hip drills.
So, that's a good thing right there. She was able to get 15 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 at their own 35-yard line, as we call it, since 40 is your midfield. Looks like we have 3 by 2. Ball snapped. Looks like quarterback. Looks like Thornton was trying to go around the edge. She gets tackled for a loss. It's going to be 4th down and 6 now.
Yeah, real quick update. Portland High School softball team is at home tonight playing Station Camp. Right now it's 0-0. They're 0-10 on the season. Last night they had like a 9-inning ball game. Very interesting. We had a middle school game where we were getting clobbered. And we could hear them, the excitement down there. So, hopefully they'll get them a win tonight. And the boys are at Station Camp at 7 o'clock tonight there. Tomorrow night we're broadcasting from home. So if you can't listen to the game or watch the game, come listen to it or do both.
It was 4th down and 6. And Portland went for it. They didn't get it. They were short for about 3 yards right there. I like the idea of Thornton. She was trying to hold the ball out when she got flags taken down, and the referee didn't give her that advantage there. So it's going to be a turnover on downs to Gallatin there. And so it'll be the 3rd time Gallatin has had the ball.
I would have definitely went for it that close.
Oh, yeah.
You got nothing to lose. It's 12-0 already. Punting it at this point would have been kind of frivolous in a way.
Snap. Quarterback for Gallatin is looking. Got an out. She makes the catch and gets about another 6-7 yards on the gain. So it looks like she gained about 10 yards right there. It's going to be 2nd down. Again, they're running outs, and we're backing up. And, that's something about cover 3 is you're going to give the outs. And if you see that, we got to change our coverage there and maybe play man or some type of an inverted cover 2 type of thing. Quarterback takes it. It's a quarterback keep. again, there goes your hip swivel and everything. Thornton makes the tackle right there on the quarterback. Is going to make it 3rd down and about 2 yards. I'd watch for a quarterback keep. Watch for the handoff that they've been trying to run on the touchdown as extra points, and watch for anything quick to the out.
And they seem to run when we're in man.
Quarterback keeps. She rolls out to the right. She runs, takes it herself, and she's tackled, but she does gain a 1st down. So right there was very smart. We was in man coverage right there. Everybody went deep.
Receivers took off, and
She rolled to the right. She saw that nobody came up to have her. Again,
and when we're doing the zone, they're doing their outs because both of our zone people, they're not rotating. And they'll get it. They'll figure it out.
So it's first
Wonder
down.
how much film they do.
I don't know.
You would think a lot. I mean, to watch what you're doing during the game in any sport helps. And when you're trying to explain patterns and tendencies, film would be almost impossible to not want to have.
Again, a nice little short out right there. Our cornerback Caroline Cole came up and makes the tackle for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and goal. And again, just a nice little out route. That's where your corners, you wish your corners can see that and plant their foot and come up once you see the out coming. You can jump that pass right there, or at least be there to defend it. And that's what we're not doing. We're not recognizing the out. That was an incomplete pass. Now that time, our outside linebacker took the flats. She actually, on the far side, she took the flats and the corners, sat there and took the deep, and that was nice. You know, if they had an out route going right there, they had it covered. But it's going to be 3rd down now, showing at the 14-yard line, or it'll be 3rd down and goal. It'll be a big stop right here. Portland can get this stop. So Gallatin goes 2 by 2 with the running back to the left. Looks like they're going to run a running back into motion. Got crossing routes. Bad pass right there. Nice pressure by Thornton.
Tipped it. I don't know.
Excuse me. That was Thornton coming in on the rush. It affected the pass, like you said. And so we have a timeout. Gallatin, it's 4th down and 14. They finally got the clock to stop.
And they'll definitely go for it.
But it's 4th down and 14 or 4th down and goal because inside the 20 is you can't get another 1st down. So great job right there by the inside linebackers. Again, they ran 2 crossing patterns on the inside. But I think like you said, Thornton is the one that actually brought the pressure and it affected the pass. Either she tipped it or either way she got in the way to where the quarterback couldn't make a very good pass. Threw it into the ground. So this is a big down right here. It got to get into the end zone. So, you know, it's one of those where you can defend at 5 yards, but there's no need to sit there and defend that. Let's go cover 3 or cover 4, go across. I would call it sticks, run sticks, where you would sit there and line up and go, hey, we're going to line up and play a yard in front of the end zone right there. You can let them catch it in front of you as long as everybody rallies and makes a tackle. Because 5 yards is not going to help them. They got to get into the end zone in this one. So Gallatin goes 2 by 2 with running back in the backfield, quarterback getting pressured. Oh, it's sacked. Sacked by Thornton right there. That's going to be turnover on downs. Great job. We pressured 2 as the running back took off to go out in the pattern. One person sat there and peeled off and took them. You know, we called that blitz peel right there. Thornton came on in and continued to pressure the quarterback and was able to grab the flag. That's going to be turnover on downs. Big stop for the Lady Panthers right there. We need to get something going right here. Offensively and score before halftime. We got 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And that's, like you said, that's the hard thing. They had a possession change, but the clock ain't stopping. So you're thinking, oh, we got 4 or 5 minutes and everything. And now all of a sudden you look up. By the time we get our people out there and we call it the play, we lost a minute and a half. So it's going to be 1st down. And we have about 18 yards for a 1st down. We have motion, handoff, sweep to Thornton. Thornton she gets tackled for about a 1 yard gain right there. That was a jet sweep right there.
Number 28, Gallatin's Michaela Stringer.
You know, maybe run that right there and the side that she come from, the single receiver side right there, maybe run a slant coming back to the middle because everybody's going to be running to the far side, chasing that jet. and you can sit there and hit it on the backside, hoping to catch a corner, maybe sleeping back there. But we go tight formation. Still, you've got a 3-by-2 now. Second down, motion by Thornton, handoff. It's a sweep, and she is tackled. So right there, that's where Thornton's got to set her block up right there. She had Caroline Cole out there blocking for her. Fake that, you know this is a running back. Show that you're going outside. Let the defender get out there, and then cut it back underneath your blocker there, and then cut back up. And your blocker can run the screen just by standing there because of what you did there. That that's again understanding the concept.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, like Keelan Dalton, when he was a freshman, he didn't always do that as well as he could. But when he was a senior, he was phenomenal at it. And all those guys, Sean Sebring, all those. Of course, Sebring, he just ran straight up and killed you.
Niswanger last year, at first of the year, he ran that jet and he ran to the sidelines and cut it up. And finally, somewhere in the year, he figured out how to cut it up.
He learned to slow it down and when to cut it up, read it.
And so, I see him over there playing Waterboy right now, talking about Niswanger. And, that's just something the girls will have to sit there and learn as they play.
The only way to learn it is get on the field.
Exactly.
Film can't really help a whole. It'll help, but doing it, seeing it, is where you finally get that feel for it.
We got delay a game against Portland. It's going to be 5 yards. The clock did stop at 2 minutes even.
I don't know if she picked the ball up and moved it. I don't know what.
So we're going 3-by-2 to the right. Motion by Thornton. Handoff, double pass, halfback pass. It's intercepted by Gallatin. We missed the flag. She's going down the sidelines. We still can't pick it up. Finally, number 10, Sadie Clifton, is the one that makes the touchdown saving tackle there. Nice play. It just, our receiver needs to make, it doesn't look like, almost looked like Key was not running full speed. And again, it goes back to.
They don't know how to break on the ball.
When the ball's thrown, you're not going to get it. Hey, I got to go play defender now.
Right.
And
don't quit because it's not to you. They'll learn that as well.
So Gallatin has the ball with 1:48 seconds to go. Jet sweep. Again, we take the, she goes untouched, cuts it up the middle, and she, again, swivels the hips to the point where you can't. And it's touchdown Gallatin with 1:40 to go. Again, we had a rusher come in, quarterback rolls to the left, and we've got our eye on that so much that we don't see the running back coming in motion. And it's not like it's a quick motion or something, hidden. You see her coming in motion. You've got to stop and play that right there as an end. We have a tight formation right, two out. Quarterback keeper, fake handoff, and again, right there, we did a great job. That's Thornton again chasing the quarterback down and making the tackle on an extra point. That's going to sit there and make the score 18-0. Gallatin with 1:40 to go in the first half. Again, a couple things that we could do. That jet motion, quarterback. It looks like quarterback sweep to the left, and they're handing it off. We're selling out on that quarterback. We've got to sit there and play. We've got to sit that end down on the other side, or the outside linebacker, whoever it is that's playing over there. Sit that down and be ready for that. I think the passing-wise, we're starting to defend that a whole lot better. We come in with a tight formation, 3-by-2 tight. Quarterback snaps. That's Pike. Or no, that's Thornton looking for – no, that was Pike. Looking for a pass. Looks like Woods was open over here on the edge, but she was already running back across the other field.
Yeah, it's hard to throw back like that.
It's going to be second down and 7. Second down and 7 now. Portland's got the time running 1:16, 1:15 left in this first half. They're getting the play. Looks like we got 2-by-2, wide 2-by-2 with the tight end. Snap. Keeping the center and tight end in. Had a nice little out route over there.
Yeah, she was wide open.
She ended up dropping the ball there. That was
Third down.
Pike.
Portland.
And was that? Trying to see who that number. Hard to see the numbers, man. That was Caroline Cole. She was trying to get the ball to out there. It's going to make it third down. You're now down to 54 seconds. The clock does stop. Two-by-two set. Quarterback takes the shotgun snap. Quarterback reverses out to the left. She's looking to run. It looks like that was a quarterback keeper all the way.
Yeah, her little spin move worked a couple times early, but their coaches have adjusted to that right off the bat.
Looks like she lost ground right there. It's going to make it fourth down in 34 seconds. Here's what I would do. I would sit there and tell them to hold the ball and run that clock down as long as you can. Maybe take a penalty or call a timeout.
And the play clock's not running at all.
There's a punt. That's Clifton on the punt. She picks it up at the mid-stripe. Nice tackle right there by Cole, number 13. So good job right there. Again, I would have sat there and I would have let that clock run as far as possible and then called a timeout or took the delay game.
Yeah, I wonder, too, since they didn't have the play clock going, what they would have done. Did they think there was no point in doing it? I don't know.
So Gallatin comes out in a 2-by-2 set. Shotgun running back to the left. It's a tight 2-by-2 to the right. It's a handoff. And we make the tackle right there, but it's a
number 12, quarterback Ava Hessen.
Looks like about a 5 to 6 yard gain. It's going to be second down. Actually, they're going to give her a first down. Oh, that's the quarter. It is halftime. Your score is 18-0 Gallatin over your Lady Panthers. We'll be back. You're listening to Portland Flag Football on the Portland Sports Network.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters.
Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is Portland High School Hall of Famer Philip Gunnar Thayer. You are listening to PHS Athletics on Portland Sports Network.
Well, welcome, Panther fans, or welcome back to the 2026 flag football, first game of the broadcasting season for flag football. We got 2 more to go. One's next Friday, and the one after that is, I think, the week after. But it's your Lady Panthers trailing the Gallatin Green Wave 18-0 right now, with about a minute to go left in halftime. Coaches have made their
adjustments.
Yeah, there it is, adjustments. I had the A in my head, and I was thinking acclamation, and I don't know why, but no, it's easy for us to sit up here knowing terminology and knowing some of this and go, hey, they just need to make sure that they do this, this, and this. And again, that's one of the things, the coaches were talking about when I was asking them the other day, what's some of the hard things to do from coaching, the guys. And like you said, when you're coached from Pee Wee all the way up to high school, you've got terminology in your head. You have to break it down. You have to break it down for the ladies to understand what they're doing. And, they might have went out and caught balls and played in the backyard and everything, but start actually doing organized things and knowing positions and how to play things. It's just like I said, the 2 things, the one play that has really hurt us so far this year, so in this game, is that quarterback handoff. And it's just a kind of a jet, or not a jet, but more of a buck motion. And it goes deep, and we hand it off, but everybody's chasing the quarterback, and the running back goes right by him. So we have to sit there and play that. So Gallatin comes out and starts the second half. We got a 2-by-2 stack set. Again, there it is, and that's what you got to have right there. Nice job by Thornton. She comes in. Quarterback takes off to the right, and the running back comes across to her going back to the left, and Thornton was able to stop and redirect and make the play. That's what you got to have, and that's what you got to sit there and tell these players. As you start going in, you see that running back coming back to you, you have to make your adjustments. You have to sit there and stop and be able to retrace your steps there. Same formation, handoff again. That time we get blocked. Running back goes down the sidelines. She stepped out of bounds. And that's nice that there's not even a referee over there on the sidelines. Coach Emmons calls the out of bounds, and they blow the whistle.
Yeah, scoring summary in the first half. Gallatin scored first quarter, 5:46 left in the first quarter. And then with 50 seconds left, they scored again. And then in the second quarter, 1:40 left to go up 18-0.
Right there, Gallatin rolls to the left. She fakes a pass. Again, great job right there by Thornton, who jumped up, made the quarterback pull the ball down, and she was able to make the play. I would use Thornton as your rusher. She seems to be the one that can be in control and can stop and retrace on a dime and everything. She would be my rusher right there. Gallatin takes the ball. It's going to be second down. It's a handoff again. Nice play right there by, that's number 10. That'd be Clifton.
Yeah, and Woods too. I mean, if you put Thornton on one edge and Woods on the other side, that's 2 really quick girls that could, I know you're going to give Woods up being a defensive back, but you got to pick your poison, I guess.
Right now they're not hurting us on anything deep, so yeah, that wouldn't be a bad suggestion right there. It makes it third down. About 10 yards to go. Pass. Intercepted. It's intercepted by Woods. There you go. The person that we've been talking about. Great job right there by Woods. She dropped back into coverage and playing that cover 3 right there, she was able to come back, and they had two receivers there in the same position. And again, Gallatin didn't try to knock it out of the air or anything like that, and they just allowed Woods to make that interception. But
and
great
Thornton's
play right
pass rush had a big part of that. She came straight up and put her hands up in the air and definitely got in the girl's face on the throw. She had to rush it a little bit.
Again, I think they're, it's going to take a game or two to find, where everybody kind of fits. I think Thornton is your rusher that you need to have. So we're going 3-by-2, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Thornton stays in the block. Pike takes it for a quarterback sweep right there. Looks like she's gained about 4.5 yards. It's going to be second down and 16 yards to go. Wasn't a bad play by Pike right there. Again, it's just a quarterback keep. You're trying to. I wish we could do something with our center. She's snapping sideways, so not between her legs, and I would rather have that right now. But we've got to have something to where that automatic rusher that's coming in, we've got to help her out because that rusher is coming in off her backside. She can't see her. And being, right there, just like that. Thornton, oh, man. Yeah, Thornton
nice
had.
tackle.
I thought Thornton had an outside there, and the defender from Gallatin was able to come up and make about a 1.5 yard loss right there. He's going to make it third down and long. But talking about the center right there, she's leaning down, snapping with her left hand, so the rusher's coming off where her backside is. So she's having to spin, put her hands behind her back. And to me, that's too much for her.
Right,
to be
and
able
their
to do
coach
that.
is smart.
I would
Maybe put our pick on the other side.
There you go. That's what I would do. Oh. Nice pass right there. It was deflected by Cole. Cole ends up not being able to make the catch, but makes it fourth down at about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line, almost a little over a little over the midfield stripe right there. We're going to go for it, looks like. But again, you was thinking the same thing I was. Take your pick player, put her on the other side, and that way.
She'd have to go around her. It wouldn't be a straight line.
And the center has time to get herself turned around.
And she can go get in front of somebody else.
So Gallatin, Portland in a 3-by-2 set. Rolls to the right. Deep ball. Oh, man. Again, we said it earlier. It's hard to watch a pass and watch everybody just kind of watch and drop between 4 or 5 people. And that's kind of what we did right there. We failed to make the first down, so the turnover on downs. First down to Gallatin. Gallatin will have it first down in about.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably a good deal. 18-0 is pretty tough comeback. So every chance you got to score, you got to take it.
Yeah. Third down and 3, 3.5 for Gallatin. They come out in the 2-by-2 set. They're going to out route right there by the running back. Throw back. Nice tackle. Oh, come on. That's a bad spot. They gave him about a half a yard up there. Give him a first down. It's going to be a first down right at the 40-yard line, right at the midfield right there. We're doing a whole lot better job at covering right there. I liked how we're covering. Automatic rusher coming in. That's Clifton. Thornton's coming in from the linebacker spot right there. Great job by Thornton making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss. It's going to be second down and 22 now. Again, Clifton is doing a great job right there coming in off the one side, and then Thornton's kind of reaping the benefits of Clifton coming in. Now they got Clifton back in the middle and Thornton coming in on a rush. Wow. Tackled, but it is the first down, about a 25-yard gain, a deep pass right over the middle, and we didn't have any defenders there. I like Clifton's rush. I like that she was on the running back side. That way if the running back goes out for a pass, I bet she's got her man. She was in the quarterback's face. It was just it was a great pass and a great catch. It's going to be first down and goal for Gallatin.
She's a good quarterback.
So what we got going on there, we got the corners and safety dropping in the cover 3. We got the one linebacker going out in the flats, and we have no one else sitting in where the linebacker sits. And they ran a crossing pattern right there, and that's where they dropped the ball. But it was open. It was wide open. So we need to watch that right there. The free safety needs to come up and play that right there. Makes it second down and goal, 2-by-2. Quarterback rolls to the left again. And exactly what we just talked about, but that was Pike who came up from the free safety, saw it, and tried to knock the ball down, and we missed it, and they end up scoring. That's going to make it 24-0 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gallatin lines up for a 1-point extra point. Again, the normal 2-by-2 with running back to the right. Running back is going to go for an out. It's a bad snap. That's going to be a failed point conversion. It's going to make it 24-0 Gallatin in the third period. With 3:51 to go.
Hey, shout out to my lovely wife. Came down here with me. She's not really cheering for Portland now because it's a 24-0 ball game. There's not a lot to cheer about. But she was earlier. She likes supporting the Panthers in any form at all.
I like that she comes down on everything that we do. So
she enjoys it, and boy, don't get her riled up in basketball games or football. She can ring that bell. She's a little quieter in baseball since she's up in the booth with us keeping score, but she will let an umpire have it every now and then.
Cole, defensive stop by number 11.
That was actually Cole, and the handoff took it over to the left-hand side. Looks like she got no gain right there. It's going to be second down and 6 for Portland with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this third quarter. Looks like we come up, and now the center is actually we got a different center. We got Amelia Birdwell at center. She's now snapping to the right, and we have the see that's what we was talking about right there. Oh, nice fake right there. That was Pike faking the handoff to the left, the quarterback keeper to the right there, and she found a little yardage there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, got an update on PHS softball, middle of third inning, Station Camp 2, Portland 1. It's a close ball game.
But now we've got Birdwell in their center, and she's got, as you said, the tight end of their pick player is now to her backside, so that helps her right there. We got motion. It's a handoff to Thornton. Her flag is down on the ground. That should be a dead ball.
Yeah, somebody said go, but without a flag, I'm not sure how you can.
Yeah. So they're going to call her down right there. I guess it turns into a two-hand touch.
That's a Portland first down.
But it makes sense. She gave us a first down, so
yep.
Well, I'll take it. So
quick shout out to my grandson. He just got called up to varsity last weekend. Freshman down at Destrehan High School, so they're playing at Thibodaux today, so they're winning 3-2 right now.
Motion by Thornton, fake handoff. Pike has the ball, and she gets tackled in the backfield.
Stop by number 19, Gallatin to be above.
Again, we faked the handoff. Pike tried to go around the edge and couldn't get it.
Yeah, the flag belt didn't come off real easily on that one. It was a struggle.
Looks like Thornton's coming in. Clifton is going out. Looks like we're going for speed here, being second down, I'm sorry. Looks like second down and 24 to go. A minute and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's a snap. Nice by Thornton, makes up a jump. You can't knock the player's arm out of the way to grab your flag. But like you said, there's got to be some drills to where you learn some hip movements to where, you twist and turn and everything.
Subtle movements that get the same results.
So it looks like Clifton is coming back in. Looks like Woods is going out. It's going to be third down and 20 now. You're looking for a 10-yard gain right here. We've got no help with the rusher right here. The rusher goes to the backside of the center. That's not a bad job by the center. Quarterback rolls out to the right. Oh, we had 3 people down there, and we almost made the catch out of the 3. But it's going to be fourth down.
Yeah, it looks to me like Pike's probably just our best all-around offensive athlete because she's been quarterback, right?
Yep.
And then they moved her out to receiver, and she almost made that grab.
So it looks like we're going to punt. That's going to be the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We're going to go into the fourth quarter. We'll take a small break. We'll come back with fourth quarter action. You're listening to Panther flag football on the PSN network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends.
And we're back when we punt. Looks like we've got about a 20-yard punt. Gallatin catches it on the run. Great job right there. Let me see if I can catch her number. That's number 12 right there, Bethany Pike. Like you said, Pike's all over the field. And so that's what everybody's been wanting to do and are saying that, you know, with her athletic ability, you know, she is a very good athlete. We have some new players coming in on defense. If I can catch their numbers, looks like number 82, Dulce Orozco is coming in playing corner. We might have went wholesale defense here. Gallatin's ball snap, drop back, pass right, short pass. Nice job by number 7 right there, Maya Petty to make the tackle. We have number 2's coming in, Adriana Blackmore was the rusher right there. We got number 24, Janae Garrett is in. She's getting some playing time now. Woods is out there at corner. It looks like Leela Kay is playing free safety. Like I said, number 82, Dulce Orozco is over here playing corner. You've got Caroline Cole playing linebacker. Great job right there by Leela Kay coming up from the free safety spot to make the play.
And, you know, sometimes you never know on subs. You know, you get in practice, you're nervous, you're not quite getting it, you're critiquing everything you do. Then when you throw them in a game, all of a sudden it clicks. So that's why it's important sometimes to put what you call your second string in, because sometimes during the live action is when it all comes together for them.
Quarterback takes it around the edge. She gets around Cole right there. A great job again by Petty to make the play, to make the tackle. Gallatin does get the first down. It's going to be 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 24-0 is the score. Gallatin's leading your Lady Panthers. I don't know if I like. I tell you what. Hang on a minute. After this play, quarterback takes the snap. Oh, and looks like.
How'd she fall?
Blakemore pulled her over. That's what, I was just getting
ready.
That's
what it looked like, but I didn't think you could do that.
Well,
obviously you can when you're down 24-0.
I was going to say, you know, you need somebody to teach these rushers on some rush moves and everything. Just small little things that you can do to help. And that time, Blakemore just did a bull rush and took the center and knocked her right on her tail. Here comes a snap. Ball's out, overthrown. Great job. Had good coverage over there by number 7 right there, Maya Petty out there on the corner. Great rush by Blakemore right there. Like I said, she's coming in untouched. They're having to use the running back to kind of help her out right there and to block her. So I do like that, you know. You know, at first I was like, I don't like how she's lined straight ahead, but, you know, with the center's head down just like that right there. Great job. Good rush.
Yeah, and she flushes her. She makes her go one way or the other, and sometimes that's very important.
Garrett makes the tackle right there. Like you said, that's what I was getting ready to say. You know, Blakemore is the one that's, you know, made the quarterback take off and run because she's got so much pressure. And that's a good job. Now our linebackers have to come up and make the play and can't just wait and let them come to her. So it's 4th down and goal. We got a flag. Dead ball outside. Portland is what they're calling. That's where Blakemore's getting anxious right there. But at this point in time, you're looking at a yard pretty much. You went half the distance. So it is 4th down and about 2 yards. So I would bring pressure. I would be man-to-man. I would be bump and run, you know, as much as you can. We're bringing 3 pressures. Oh, my goodness.
That was the same girl who caught the touchdown earlier.
That's the center. So we forget about the center, and the center just did a little 2-yard turnaround And, you know, we had, looks like Cole was right there almost knocking the ball away. But we had 3 rushers. We brought pressure right there. And so that's going to make it 30 to nothing. Gallatin's going to try for the 1-point extra point. They're in a 2-by-2 set. We're bringing 2 rushers. Nice job right there. Oh, yes. Great job by Garrett, who stayed at home that time and didn't go after the quarterback and made the running back go back inside. And then we had Blakemore was able to make the play right there. It's a great job. It wasn't bad. I like what I saw right there defensively.
Yeah.
You know, that could be some adjustments that they've already made. And, you know, these girls sit there and took it and understood it and everything. It's just, like you said, a big hill to climb once you're down 24-0 in something like this. And but, again, you could take this game right now and use it as a learning thing, because to me there's a lot of things that I would sit there and go, hey, okay, our next practice, this is what we're working on, this is what we got to see. And like you said, do they have film? Are they actually getting to watch film or anything like that, or is you going in blind, you know? So Portland comes out, first down and 10. It is a 3-by-2 set. Nice pass to Woods over the middle. That looked nice right there. That was a nice little, they're going to call it about an 11-yard gain. I like the way our center that time really got her legs settled, and you know, that's Birdwell right there. She was able to she was quick enough to get a snap, get her legs settled, and was able to block the rusher.
Right. You know, hiking under your legs not that hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's not. It's something you can work on really quick. You might not go to college. Oh,
almost a pick 6 right there. She that time Birdwell had a hard time. Again, the rusher's coming off her backside. So if you're going to sit there and have a rusher over there, you got to understand how you're going to roll out and everything. And so that's where you might want to call 2 plays. Again, I'm getting, you know, ahead of myself going, you might be able, it's hard to sit there and just have 1 play. Looks like Ayla Reeser has come in to come as a sub coming in. She's lining up out here wide. She's a volleyball player in the fall. That's going to be Thornton in motion. She did a great job on the jet motion right there, and she kind of looked like I said earlier, looked like Niswonger running earlier in the year. She was heading straight for the sideline before she cut up. She's got to be able to see that defender coming.
Their nose tackle center is a pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
She takes up a lot of space, but she's really quick. She's done a good job tonight on both sides of the ball.
We set a 2-by-2 set with the tight end. We got motion right there. It's to motion was to Cole. Cole takes the handoff, goes jet sweep to the left. They were able to make the play. Looks like about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down and about 11 yards to go.
4th down, Portland.
So you have to go for it. You got 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the game. Portland's down 30-0. It is 4th down and 11. Snap. We got 2 blockers that time, giving her time to pass. Going deep. And it's intercepted right there. We had 1 receiver fall down. They was going for Woods down the seam right there, and they had double coverage on her right there.
Yeah, it's just a Hail Mary, but you know what? You gotta get it past the sticks. There ain't no point in making the play.
100%. Because you're just going to hand the ball over. You don't. So you got to go at least 20 yards. So you don't have too many 20-yard routes.
No.
You know. So it's just kind of an all go, like you said, Hail Mary. Let's throw it up and see if we can get something here.
And you can learn by every pattern. You know what
exactly.
I mean? If you don't throw it, you don't know if you can make adjustments. You don't know what you could have done a little bit different.
A timeout on the field. Looks like Reeser has a shoelace problem. The referee's down there tying her shoes for. Wait till I see Rocky.
He's here.
He is. He's over there with his hands on his head. So Reeser's playing free safety. We're lining up with 1 rusher, 1 free safety, and 5 guys in the middle lined up. Quarterback keeper around the right side. Great job right there by number 82, Dulce Roscoe. Great job by coming in and making that play. Gallatin gains about 6-7 yards right there.
I like her because she's not giving the flag back. She just throws it on the ground and says, "You come get it."
If you want it, there it is.
Yeah,
I put
okay
it down
with
there.
that.
You come get it.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm okay with that.
So again, we line up in the same formation. Looks like you got Blakemore as a rusher. Oh, I like what I saw right there. Oh, nice job right there. Is that Petty out there, or is that number 1? Looks like Emma Moore is out there as a corner. Great job. She stood her ground. I thought she was going to get juked around to the outside, but she was able to grab the flag right there and make the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 to go. I would kind of play tight coverage right here, play man. Definitely sit there and watch the center. Maybe make sure she doesn't go out for a pass before you rush. Ball snapped. Fake handoff to the quarterback. Quarterback takes it up the middle. We missed 2 tackles right there. She's off and gone. It's going to be a touchdown for Gallatin. Again, that's all it takes is a nice little swivel hip here and there.
She did a really nice swivel.
Yep. That's going to go for about a 41-yard touchdown run right there. That's going to make the score 36-0 with 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. Like I said, clock is still running, even though they have a change of possession right here going for a extra point. So Gallatin has not scored. I'll probably jinx this right now. Has not scored on an extra point yet tonight. Ball handoff to the running back to the right. We get pressure. We miss the tackle. Oh, there we go. We got it right there. Dulce Roscoe makes the tackle.
And she politely puts the flag right down on the ground.
That's going to sit there and go for a failed attempt. That's going to be 1 minute and 12 seconds to go. Clock is still running. Score is 36-0. Gallatin over your Panthers. Our Panthers now will take the ball at the 16-yard line, or 14-yard line, I'm sorry, with 55 seconds to go in the game. You might get 2 plays off here. So Thornton is your quarterback. Come on, you're wasting time here. I mean, I know we ain't got a chance, but still, I mean, you got to stop the clock
But you got
somewhere.
people that want to play a little bit.
I understand. It's going to be quarterback keeper on Thornton. Thornton reverses her field, and she's going to get tackled for about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Yeah, they should have definitely stopped the clock for a uniform adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, the Gallatin player comes running off the, going onto the field, and she loses her flag, and they're going to wait until she picks the flag up. And, it's just, that's 5 or 6 seconds that we lost right there. It's still, I want those 5 and 6 seconds to go. We got 10 seconds to go in this game. Ball snapped. That's Thornton looking. Nice pass to Clifton. Clifton had a nice little turnaround right there for a first down, but she drops the ball right there, and that's going to be the game. It's going to be Gallatin Green Wave over your Lady Panthers, 36-0. We'll take a short break, come back with some closing thoughts, and then we'll decide. They have a JV game after this. They went varsity. This was varsity. We have a JV game after this, but we'll take a short break. You're listening to Flag Football on the Portland Sports Network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department.
Welcome back, Panther fans. You're listening to Portland Sports Network here. We just finished the flag football Lady Panthers versus Gallatin Green Wave. The Panthers fall 36-0. You can sit there and go, well, what can we talk about? There's a lot of good things that we saw tonight. I like the way the girls played in the second half. It looks like the adjustments we made at halftime, they worked. You can see where the coaches are talking about terminology, spacing on the field, understanding how to run in, as coach called it, linear cuts, understanding how to play to the ball. That's a lot of things that these girls are going to have to sit there and learn as the year goes, and then as the program, goes. You've had the program for 1 year. You had it last year and everything, and you didn't practice very much from here to there, and then you come in and you do a little practicing, and you got a lot of girls out. I think we have a full roster here. I didn't even count to see how many. You got about 30 ladies here on this team, and they got a JV game coming in behind this. Normally on a game like next Thursday when we broadcast that game, they're going to have three teams there. You'll have Beach, and you have somebody else coming in for that game, and you'll have kind of like a round robin type of thing. And tonight they agreed to go varsity and JV. We will not sit there and broadcast the JV game. With the obligations that we have later here tonight. But again, it was nice to come out and see, what the girls have. And like I said, there's adjustments that you can make. And again, I can see where the terminology and understanding the spacing on the field and how all that works. It's just, you got room for improvement. And I did like the improvement I saw from the first half to the second half. And so you grow on that and everything. But, what's your thoughts, Coach?
Yeah, well, one thing is it's a fun game to watch. You got to learn a little. You got to forget about your fraternity days. It's amazing how much rules have changed since back in the early 80s, 79, somewhere in there. But it's still a fun game. It kind of reminds me of a hybrid between the old flag football and Falcon football. Do you remember the Falcon where everybody would pass all the time? So basically they cleaned it up where it wouldn't be so physical because they don't want people to get hurt.
Yeah.
And that's major because like back in the old fraternity days, you could block. I mean, the hardest hit I've ever got in my life on a football field, believe it or not, was when I was a freshman in college playing intramural sports, and our dorm head had blown out his knee playing college football, and they pushed a scholarship over to being a dorm lead. That's how they did his money. And we had picked the ball and scored, and I was just running down the field laughing and having a great time, and he came out of nowhere and just killed me. And then he was all, picked me up, and I said, dude, I ain't never been hit like that before. So they cleaned that part of it off because we don't need to be getting that kind of licks laid on people. You know what I mean? It's more of an athletic speed kind of deal and spacing and that kind of stuff, not too much physicality.
Here, they don't even require them to have headgear. There's special flag football headgear that a lot of people will wear. Again, this reminds me of youth football is what it reminds me of. You got people still learning, like you said, spacing on the field, where they belong, understanding routes that they're seeing, understanding what the receivers do against you if you're a defender, understanding what the defender's doing if you're a receiver. Hey, if I push and eat up his space, I now can turn left or right or do this and that. That's some of the things that you can try to teach, but you're just also trying to make sure they understand that you got a 5-yard out, you got to, give me an 8-yard post or something of that nature. I did like the change in center. I think Birdwell did. I think Birdwell did really good at center. I think she was a little bit quicker. I liked the players they played in the second half. Defensive wise, I'm a defensive guy, so I like what I saw there. I did like Thornton rushing. We talked about her in the first half. We did sit there and talk about Pike as a great athlete all around. I think she's faster than what people think. And then, like I said, just a lot of improvement, we can sit there and we can make as a team. And, as one thing clicks, like you said, it's going to go where, here we go, we got to click here and we got to click there. And it's going to all of a sudden, pop in their head and go, this is what Coach is talking about. Okay, I understand it. And like you said, it depends on how much film you get to see. Do you get to sit there and bring these girls in and maybe not show them flag football, but maybe show them something real football with tackle football,
right?
And say, this is what I'm talking about when you backpedal and you cut and you come out of your break. This is, you can still show stuff like that. So,
and that looks like a video. So I don't know what's that right there at the 50-yard line. Is that a camera? Or
yeah, I think that's.
I couldn't think of any other reason it would be. I bet that's what they do, and I bet they give everybody film. I bet it's on Huddle. We need to ask the coaches to see if they'd sign us up on their Huddle feed if they
There we
have
go.
one.
I'll
Seriously, that'd be cool to
I'll
look at.
send Coach Emmett a text tonight as soon as we get back into town or as soon as I get to the car and everything. But, we want to say thank you if you come and joined us. If you haven't, hopefully you'll listen here later and at a later date and everything. I do like going back on the YouTube, seeing a day or later that, during the live broadcast we had maybe 30-something people listening, and all of a sudden there's 80-something people who went back and listened and clocked,
Yeah,
and
you know what we could do is get the iPhone. I'm going to try it real quick if we want to be on the air. If I turn it on camera, we can stream, dude.
Or you can bring the iPad.
Yeah, let's do that next game.
We'll do that
because
next,
we wanted to kind of incorporate that into what
yeah.
we're doing in certain places that legally we can do it. And if it's just stuff, they don't like you to do that, but who cares?
Especially in the playoffs. In the playoffs,
but here would be great. There'd be a lot of people that would love to be able to see it.
Next Thursday, we got a home game, flag football at home. It's going to be at the stadium, at our home stadium here, and so we could bring in a camera and see if we can sit there and bring some live action. And we got the tripod, and it'll be a slow moving anyway, and you got the cord to hook up everything, and we'll try that. We'll try a live stream next week with flag football. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining in. Again, Coach Thayer's color and Coach Almendarez here as your commentator. Hopefully it wasn't too bad here. But your Lady Panthers fall 36-0 versus Gallatin. We'll see you tomorrow night at the baseball field. We're doing baseball tomorrow night, and then Friday we got softball. So please join in. We got a busy schedule. See spring sports start playing, and but we want to thank you again for joining in tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night. And for again, Coach Thayer, Coach Almendarez here. Go Panthers!